Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be making some homemade green cleaners, if you will. I started making homemade cleaners years and years ago, but fell off, did some store-bought cleaners, and then a while ago I ran out of cleaner and I didn't want to go to the store. So I Googled a way to make my own cleaner, and sure enough, you can find anything on the internet. And so I started by mixing vinegar and baking soda together. But if you look at the scientific composition of vinegar and baking soda, you'll notice that they're opposites. Vinegar is an acid, whereas baking soda is a basic. And so essentially when you mix them together, they cancel one another out. So by mixing them together, you're taking away really the cleaning properties. If you still have that texture of the baking soda in a cleaner, then yeah, that might still be effective at like getting rid of some stuck-on stains and things like that, simply because of the coarse abrasive quality of it. But it won't, the basic property of the baking soda won't actually be cleaning anything. So then I was mixing together vinegar and Castile soap. I found out it's the exact same situation. So they actually kind of cancel one another out and they don't work well together. And I also found that the vinegar was curdling the Castile soap for whatever reason. And so I stopped doing that as well. And what I found is working really well for me is to have two different types of cleaners. I have a cleaner that's actually like a soap cleaner. So for example, when I make bread and I get flour and sourdough yuck all over the countertop, I like to have a soapy cleaner to really clean that off and make sure that we're getting clean. If I'm cooking, meat, eggs, things like that, I like to have a soapy cleaner to really kind of disinfect and clean that surface. Great for the bathroom too, for the bathroom sink. Really nice to have that soapy cleaner. And then I like to have a vinegar rinse. So if the kids have a quick snack, or I'm doing something quick in the kitchen, or I need to just wipe off a table, I'll use my vinegar rinse. I even use it in like dusting and cleaning other surfaces in my house, because it just gives it a nice wipe clean, a nice rinse. And so I feel really happy using the two separate cleaners, because I really feel like they're pure in their initial components and using the properties that are built into the product in themselves. So I'm going to take you with me while I create my two favorite cleaners. Okay, so I'm going to start by making the soap cleaner. So I have my soap cleaner bottle here, and I am just going to put in 2 cups of water. In here I have like 4, so we're just gonna wing it. I just want to bring up, I'm using one hand. I'm impressed with myself. I had to use 2 hands, I got a little nervous. Okay, yeah, that's about 2 cups. Okay, so now that I have 2 cups of water in there, I am going to measure out 2 tablespoons of Castile soap. I use Dr. Bronner's. I don't think it really matters, whatever Castile soap you like. I do like the eucalyptus scented one. Some people are really against the scented ones, so you do you, boo-boo. If you like a different scent, use that too. They have citrus, mild baby, they have lavender, peppermint, I mean, whatever you want. I just like this one, so that's what I'm using. And I'm just gonna measure out 2 tablespoons here, and I am gonna use a funnel because if I don't, I'll make a mess. All right, so I've got the soap in there. really silky. Look at the bubbles. Okay. And now I am gonna put some tea tree oil in it. I like tea tree oil because it is antimicrobial, and I just like the way it smells. So I'm gonna use it, and listen, if it's gonna help keep it a little cleaner and keep our kids from getting sick, that's what I'm gonna use. So I'm just gonna use about 10 drops. Okay, maybe I use like 12, I don't know. It doesn't matter, you can use anywhere between 10 and 20 drops and it is a-okay. Once I'm done with that, I'm gonna just put the lid on. It's really simple, right? Just soap, water, essential oils. You don't have to use essential oils, that is totally optional. And I am just going to give it a good like shake, mix up. All right, and then I just wanted to show you because I don't know about you, but I find that sometimes the bottles that I buy from the store, they have a terrible spray situation happening where it's like, I don't know, it's just not right. This bottle, for whatever reason, has the most beautiful spray, which is really silly, but I like it. So I'm gonna just show you. I don't know if you can even see that, but ooh, she's a mister, it's just really nice. I really like the mist, the spray mist. So now my countertop is really clean too. But I do really like these bottles. And so now I'm just gonna move on to making the vinegar rinse spray. So I'm gonna start by just getting out my container. I have it labeled vinegar rinse. And honestly, this is also a really easy recipe. It is half water, half vinegar. And then I like to use lemongrass essential oils with it because I just think it smells really, really good. Some people put rosemary in, like a sprig of rosemary directly into the bottle. That would probably be awesome. You can do orange or lemon peels in the bottle too. That would also be awesome. I had a bad experience with using pine needles. That was my fault, not any of the fault of the ingredients. I just left it in there for like a year and a half and it fermented and it was gross. But you can use whatever you'd like. I'm just gonna use vinegar and water because that is easiest for me. So I'm gonna start by using just 1 cup of water. What do we think? Just about. Just about there. I'm really just gonna do it like half and half. Okay, that's about halfway filled with water. And then the other half is going to just be distilled vinegar. That's what I'm gonna use. So I'm gonna use my funnel again because I feel like I'll spill vinegar, When I tell people that I clean with vinegar, I think that they think that my house probably smells like a pickle. Sometimes my house does smell like pickles when I'm making pickles, but when I'm cleaning, it doesn't smell like pickles. I really do like to use this. I think it really does clean really, really well. A lot of people use this for their glass, like mirrors or windows or what have you. You can, for sure. I don't necessarily use it. I just use water to clean my windows, but if you need something heavier, I do sometimes have to use a cleaner for my windows because we get saltwater spray on our house, and so sometimes I do need to have something that'll cut that, and this vinegar cleaner will cut that for you. I am gonna add the lemongrass oil. It smells really, really good. My husband loves it. I'm gonna do about 10 drops. Like I said, I just really like the way the lemongrass smells. It makes it smell really, really clean when I do use it for like dusting or around the house. Everything smells really, really nice and clean when I use the lemongrass oil. I'm not affiliated with any sort of oil program, so I just use what I find on the internet. Some of you may have opinions on that, and I'd love to hear them. I'm always open to learning. If you find something is like better, share. But this is my vinegar rinse now. It's just vinegar and essential oils, and we got the mist, a nice little mist, and we can clean. And it does not smell like pickles. I promise your house isn't gonna smell like pickles if you use a vinegar cleaner. It will honestly just smell clean. And especially if you use a nice essential oil like the lemon, it's very strong in scent. And so it kind of overpowers that vinegar scent. All right, well, with only a few simple ingredients that I already had in the house, I was able to make 2 bottles of cleaners. You don't have to buy fancy bottles like this. The colored glass is really good for the properties in the essential oils, to keep the essential oils smelling fresh and to keep any sort of cleaning properties that they may have active. So I do like that, but you can just reuse other bottles that you might have already in your home to make your own cleaner. And again, the essential oils are completely optional, so that is not a necessary component when making this household cleaner. All you really needed was water, which is fine just from the tap, vinegar, and Castile soap. Both of these can be bought at pretty much any grocery store or big box store or anything like that. So it's just simple ingredients for simple cleaners to keep your home healthy and happy and to create a cozy atmosphere with some nice, lovely, natural scents as well. So if you enjoyed this, please let me know. If you use natural homemade cleaners at your house, please tell me, what are the recipes that you use? Would you change anything that I use today? I'm always open to learning. I always want to learn more. And so if you have anything to share about that, I would love to hear about it because I'm always evolving. And so let's learn together. And I appreciate you being here with me.